Sorry guys. I think the credentials were changed and I wasn't given the credentials, so I have no access. I can't start the meeting. I can't get hold of China and Chuck. So please record on your end. I can't record and start sending to everyone and all that. I use this for my private meetings. It's asking me to give access to record for everyone. It's a lot of work. Who's here? If you need access, just tell me. Because it seems I have to allow. I thought I just allow once. I edit.
Hi, Virginia.
You guys can hear me?
Yes.
So, let's just give us 1 minute, then we start. Anyone with a question, I get the questions and then we start.
Are you talking?
I'm asking if there's anyone who has questions. I start writing them down.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure my volume was working.
Yeah. That's Chris.
Jamie, newbie, whatever.
Oh, I thought you went back to bed.
I thought you did.
My day started at 4:30. I had a class this morning. And I've not gone back to bed since then. Yesterday, I had another class. Tomorrow, I have another class. So, I need my rest.
Solid, huh?
Okay. Now, I want to go over something because I still see people are struggling, which is unfortunate. So from the other Sunday, I don't know this one or I think 2 Sundays ago or something, we discussed on the procedure or the process we go through when you want to get into a play. So the first thing you do is to establish the trend. I hope you guys are doing that. You establish the trend, okay? And we said anytime a stocks hit a high, we assume it's reversing. So every time a stock hits a high, the assumption is it's a bearish reversal. Anytime a stock hits a low, for instance, Dana. So here, when it hit this low, we assume it's going back up. So that's the thing we do. We have that assumption. When you're having that assumption, the goal, give me a second.
The cinnamon and ginger.
The spice, the chai tea spice. I'll boil it, I'll drink it.
The recipe guide.
No, the little Sicilian on the stove.
No, I'm asking if you use the tea bag computer.
The powder you use.
Oh.
Please mute your remote. Sorry, your. Okay. So Chris, the assumption is we are reversing, and it means you're going back up to now. This is the previous lower high. We know when you're doing a change of character, the minute we break this high, it means you're going back up. Now, we know stocks don't just go straight to the previous high. They have to try to attempt to go to those levels up to 3 times. Okay? So if Moderna does not go back to 128, then it means this level is a lower high and it's going back to where it came from. But we can't just write it off when this is just the first attempt. Okay? So we know we have this 128 is not even the first key level. The first key level is 121. Okay? So was it a 118 or 121? 121. Okay? So this is the first time it attempted. Then it's trying again. So you have to give a stock up to 3 opportunities to go to a key level. When it breaks that level, then you give it an opportunity to go to the next level. When it breaks it, the next, until it goes back to where it came from. Okay? So I can't tell you how long. I'm just telling you, when the minute you hit a bottom or the minute you hit a top, you assume you're reversing. Because what will happen, a stock has to try to go back to retest that level. So in the case of Netflix, we are yet to go back to retest this 495. This was the pre-earning high. This was the high it hit before ER, or was it after? So this was the high. The same case we were doing with ADBE. And I've been telling you guys, any stock that has not retested the previous high, put it on your top watch or top plays. That's why we've been tracking ADBE.
Now, what about the 50% retracement there?
So that's the first thing. There is the 50%, but when we break 50%, it means we are going back to where? We're going to retest that previous high.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first goal is to retrace 50%, but it doesn't mean when it hits 50%, it's done. It can hit 50% and then continue, or it can pull back and then continue. So the case for ADBE, when it hit 552, we assumed it's reversing. So this is the bearish reversal until it pulls back. If it creates a lower high, then it created a lower high, we had another pullback. So if it's creating a lower high, but when it pulls back, the level is higher than the previous support, then it means the trend still wants to go up to retest this level. Now, when you want to go back to where you came from, which is the 552, it means you are having a bullish continuation. So your stop is not here. It means you're going to a next high. And we talked about ADB on Sunday. This ADB is not, we are not even close to where it came from. This is almost 700. When pre-COVID levels, 700. So if a stock is going back to where it came from, then it means it's headed back to 700. If you do this, you will get, it already did the 50% newbie. The 50% you're talking about, this is the 50%, yep. The 477. So we broke 477. We broke the golden zone, 61.8. Now it's headed to 78.6%, which is 604. How long is it going to take? I don't know, but that's where it's headed. So our goal was first to break above the 552. And this is the play you guys are going to watch. That's why we discussed it last week, or we've been talking about ADB the past month, it has not retested 552, but that's where it's headed. So if a stock has not retested, every time it pulls back, you're watching. So the problem is people are only looking at the resistance, they are forgetting the support. So when we hit 552, we came down to 504, 503. So when now you're going back up, there's no way you can be looking at, oh, it's rejecting. When it's rejecting and going back down, is it also rejecting support? Yes or no? You can't only look at one, only look at resistance or look at support and you're forgetting the other. You have to look at both, because a stock will try up to 3 times. So every time it's trying, the first try, it will pull back. Is it creating a higher low? Yes, get in. Try again. When it pulls back, is it a higher low? Yes, get in. Try again. But if you're only looking at the top and not looking at the bottom, then you're missing the whole thing about trading levels, trading retest, trading rejection. You can't look at rejection only one side. It has to be both sides. Now look at this trend. There is barely a pullback. Look at this. When you have a stock that is having very shallow, you can't even call this shallow. These are weak pullbacks. It means this stock is what? The trend is? What does that mean?
Strong.
Strong. So if the trend is strong, you have no business trading 5 minutes and you're running with money. You buy time and hold. It's been telling you here, 503, 539, pullback. The minute it broke that 539, it means it's going to retest that 552. And this is what we've been watching and talking about ADD for the past almost 2 months since it hit this. Since 31st July, we've been saying it is going to retest this level. So when it created this one, after it hit 503, went up, pulled back, created a higher low, 511, then you'll be buying and saying this week, all the time when you open the chart, please don't just look on those 5 minutes and 1 minute. Look at a longer time frame. That's how you can see these shallow pullbacks. Very shallow. Is there even a pullback here?
No.
No pullback.
They're all
So
engulfing.
you're getting in ADB and then you're selling and say, I wish I'd. Why are you wishing? And you already have all these things telling you you should not be selling. It's going up. Buy time, hold. The same thing for Netflix. You guys want to write off these stocks and they still want to go. Huh? Since we hit this, after we had this deep pullback, this was a deep pullback. We hit 495, then it came down to 411, a key support, pulled back to 445, a key resistance, rejected it 3 times. That's why we were supposed to trade goods. Okay, it came down, broke this level, created a new support. Anyone else? What is? Now, you know me, I don't pay to have all these numbers of people in my
I need to get Cookie Monster in here.
Whoever is having trouble. Okay, so see, we rejected this level 3 times. Then we were to get puts. We got puts. We knew we were going to break this level to create a new support. So we hit this to 398. It was supposed to go to 397, it's rejected. If it's by $1, it's a rejection. Then we started going back up. Going up, our first goal is from 411, you're going to 427. If you cannot sing Netflix levels off your head, please start. I was telling some guys, start taking fish oil supplements. That's what I take.
Fish oil?
It helps with memory.
Maybe hemp oil.
Take fish oil supplements. Huh? Somebody was asking me, how do you know those? I take fish oil supplements religiously.
I do too. It doesn't help me.
Oh, no, do you do?
I do actually, yeah.
Okay. But if you don't know, for heaven's sake, guys, we've been talking these levels from July. Since these earnings, from here, we've been saying if it does not break 445, it's going to 427, 411, 397. So we went down. Going back up, it is the same thing. 411, 427, 435, 445. Until we break this 445. So now, it has not even attempted. It has not even gone close. You guys are already writing it off. You want it to go down, seriously. It went up. It broke that 435, which is our key level. It meant it still wants to go up. It go back to the higher low because this is higher than this, so you're going up. So the next time it's going up, you're not even holding to 435. You're holding to 445. So it did hit here. And everybody was assuming now it's going to hell.
I gotta get my son
Going back down. Let's load on. How? It has not even tried that 445. So identify the trend. When you identify the trend, it helps you to gauge your expectation. Am I trading a pullback? Am I trading a continuation? Now, if it's a pullback, is this a weak pullback? Is it a strong pullback? Ask yourself those questions. So this was kind of like a deep pullback, but still, it's a higher low. So when you're looking at the pullback, after it's done pulling back, just look back. Where is it coming from? 398. What is the support? 404. What am I getting? Calls. Where are we going to? Break 435. What is the next target level? 445. Give it up to 3 times. It will try the first attempt. Anytime a stock is trying for the 3 tries, the first attempt, it always creates a lower high. Always. If you see a stock breaking the first attempt, then hold. It does not want even to pull back. Tesla. Whose mic is on?
Donna.
Okay. So Tesla. I started telling you guys about Tesla. Tesla fills those gaps. If you're there saying, I can't trade Tesla, I've lost money with Tesla, we've all lost money. Do we divorce these stocks when you lose money? No, you go back to figure it out. Okay? So we came down. It went to, it rejected 300. Even if it's rejecting by 0.01 cents, it's a rejection. It's going back down. It's rejected. It's going back down. Going back down, the same levels. If it's rejecting 300, it's going to 287. If it breaks 287, it's going to 275. If it breaks 275, it's going to 265. If it breaks 265, it's going to 447. If it breaks 447, it's going to 437. If it breaks You rode it up.
Virginia,
You're riding
Virginia,
it
you
back
came,
down.
Virginia, you came from
Yes,
265 and went to 447.
it did. And I told you guys, there is a gap. Tesla always fills that gap. If it rejects 265, it's going down to 247. If it breaks 247, it's going to 237. So you rode it up. That was the first attempt at 265. Anytime a stock is trying the first attempt, don't expect it to go to 280 or to 300. It will reject the first attempt. Please have that in your notes every time. Remember that. The first attempt, it will reject. Not unless it's a stock on a very strong trend. I can show you guys. Somebody was like, show me examples. Tesla is one. This was the first attempt at 265. It created a lower high. The same thing for DE. 418 was the first attempt. It rejected it. This was the first attempt. Always. Now, when it attempts the first time, and then you see a shallow pullback, what does that mean?
It's gonna continue going up. It's gonna attempt again.
So it's not even attempting again. It is going higher. It's
Continuation.
going to break that 418 to go to the next level, because this is a shallow pullback. Just like that was a deep pullback. This is no pullback at all. So you guys were selling even before it hit 408. Majameni, it had not even touched 48, our first. And then you come back and see, oh, this is the first attempt. So that's the stock you should be looking at. When it pulled back, is this a shallow pullback or a deep pullback? If it's a shallow pullback, you are getting calls. You're not even holding 418. You are holding to the next target level. Now, Tesla, it rejected 265 very violently. Why? Because it had such a deep pullback. When you're coming from 260 to 240, that's 18 or almost 20 points. It didn't even go to 265. You don't need me to tell you get puts. You have these key levels. Mama Bear, you knew Tesla 265. If it rejects 265, it's going to 247. Did you trade puts?
Tesla, I divorced it. I played it 2 weeks ago. Then after that, I divorced it. But I'll try again.
This is the problem. There's no way you guys can be divorcing money. Is it that you guys don't like money? Is it that people don't want money? How many people tell you this secret? If Tesla is above 247, hold until 265. If it rejects 265, get put, hold to 247. Who tells you such levels? And it happens exactly like that. Who gives you such exact levels? Even DE, before even it hit 48, you guys had already sold. The likes of Snow went, gone. So you are gone. You don't even go back to look at it. So this 418 Virginia was talking about, is it going there? Nobody went back. It was a whole day. Really? This whole day going up to that 418 exactly. I'm yelling because I don't know what else to do. I don't. Even if I tell you guys this stock is going tomorrow, I even tell you guys the day we are going to make money. Tuesday. Tuesday was the day to make money. And I'm like, who made 5,000 today? Nobody. Why? Like I'm telling you guys, this is how you count days. And we even counted together. We figured out Tuesday is the D-Day. The D-Day, make sure you have even borrowed that money. If you have Robinhood money, borrow 1,000, you will get instant credit. Make money with that 1,000 if you don't have money. When we count D-Day, it means the whole day. You're going to be that place. You can get in. You go about your business. You can go have coffee. You can go have lunch. You can buy the following expiry, the next week expiry. Why are you there with your hand so shaky you want to run away? And it's a whole day. The whole day. A whole day you have the secret. The whole day today, we are trading, we are holding, you're going to heaven or you're going to hell. Make the most out of it. Because these days don't come every day. It's usually a one-day event in a week, or sometimes it's going on for 3 weeks, depending on the trend and the day, which day we are counting from. Really? You're buying a call here for SPY, it's less than $50, $20 is going to 500. And nobody is, you buy 10, you make your 5,000 in one day. How many made 5,000? Nobody. I don't yell. That's how I talk. Where we come from, our parents used to tell us, when you tell how if they are happy or angry by the volume of their voice. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I wish I
So
had.
Virginia, can I clarify something a little bit? And I see Chris also said something there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something like, you know, America is huge with so many cultures and, you know, different people. In my culture, when we are stressing a point, especially if somebody has made a mistake, we sound like we are yelling, like, you know, it's a way of stressing a point. So I just wanted to clarify that. And I'm glad that Chris has also said that his wife is a teacher and he always thinks she's yelling. No, that's how
I'm not yelling. I'm trying to
talk to stress
every day, every Sunday, I'm talking about the same thing, until I'm like, I sound like a broken record. Really? And it really, I don't feel good about it, because some of these talks we discuss on Sunday, we agree, we come up with a plan, we talk about the levels, and you guys are supposed to go in and, okay, it has created a higher low, it has created a lower high, we're getting a call, we are making this money. We agree. And then Leroy and the friends, they go get Netflix puts. I'm like, really? I'm not happy.
But give up now. We'll learn. Some of us are slow learners, but we will learn.
Who is speaking?
This is Sukuma Wiki. We will learn. We promise to learn. And the more you
let me say something.
The more
you guys
we get it.
allow me to speak Swahili for 1 second. hakuna mambo we are slow learners. Tukiwa Kenya, how many subjects tulikuwa tunafanya? Hii mambo ya slow learner mnasema kila saa. Mwalimu, I remember nikiwa high school we were doing like 12 subjects. 12. I'm telling them, in high school, we did 12 subjects. 12. And we were doing national exams. It's not like here in America. So anyone who's from Kenya and telling me this, I'm like, no, you guys are joking. Okay, I'm taking questions now. Americans are soft. They are. I see the things my daughter is doing, and I'm like, my goodness, I learned this when I was, I think, 3 years or 4 years. We start school when we are 3, 4.
You have a point. We became lazy when we came to America, but
Yeah, we came here
we
and
will
we
get it.
forgot. My goodness,
we
we
will
were
get it though.
cramming all these things. We were cramming, like this cramming I'm cramming right now is like what I was doing back in Kenya in high school and in college. You had no other options. You are either supposed to get an A or an A. Your parents didn't give you any other options. Oh,
The system did not even give you any other option.
no.
I got a B plus.
You take your parent a B plus or a B, and it's like, how many other people got an A? You say 3. Why are you not one?
I mean,
Okay.
Virginia, may you please repeat the levels for SPY?
Ay, jameni. So where is SPY headed? First of all, tell me, who is speaking? Who asked that question?
Mama Dubu, it's bullish. Kind of.
It's bullish, but what level are we headed for? You know, the problem is when you don't have a target level, you are just there trading and scalping. Where is SPY headed? All these stocks I talk about, I'm talking about pre-COVID. So if there's a stock that has not hit the pre-COVID level, that's where we are headed. So where is SPY headed?
to the COVID level. I don't know, it's gotten close and rejected a couple of times from
I'm
what
not
I
seeing.
hear.
You guys are not serious. What
480,
is the level?
480.
This is the level we are going back to. Okay? So we came from here, we came down to 348. So 348 was still a higher low compared to where SPY was coming from. Okay. So we are going back to what level?
480.
480.
So in that journey to 480, what two trends are we trading?
Continuation and pullback.
Right.
Did you say right?
Yes, continuation and pullback. Identify the trend. After you identify the trend, establish those key levels. So we know we are bullish. We've been bullish since last year. That's no secret. We know we are bullish, but as we head to our target level 480, we have to trend pullback and continuation. So this is still a strong trend because this is a weekly chart. This is a pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. So we are headed to that level. I'm more in love with QQQ. I don't even remember SPY level. It's like no more of QQQ level.
You could use the higher highs, higher lows, etc. for the
Right.
levels,
It's
but
actually the same thing.
can't
I
you also
know.
use the fib extensions?
Yes. you know the goal is we are going to retest the previous high. So anytime you are not hitting that high, anytime you're not hitting 480, what are you creating?
Higher or a lower high.
A lower high. So when you're creating a lower high, what are you expected to do?
Pull back.
Get a put for the pullback. When you pull back, if it creates a higher low, what are you getting?
Call.
And when it goes up, if it doesn't hit 480, what do you expect?
Pull back. Put.
That is how it's going until we hit that 480. That was the same case with ADB. It was the same case with NVIDIA. It is the same case now with DE. We're going back to where it came from, 450. It's headed back to 450. But we have to pass through all these other. So that's why we started 397, 48, 418. Like that, like that, like that until we retest and break the previous high. The same thing for Tesla. It didn't go to 200, it created a high low. So if somebody got a call at 212, imagine if you got a call at 212 and you bought yourself time. It is eventually going to 265. So let me as well get a call and wait for that. What's the problem with waiting? You are buying at 212.
Makes sense.
You're buying at 212 and you know it's headed back to 265. So, Rina.
Did we freeze or something?
She'll probably be back.
Now, if you are getting calls from 212, even if you're going out of the money, it has been bearish since post-year, July 19th, all the way to August 8th. A whole month of stock has been dropping. How much would it have cost you if you're buying a call here and you're buying a month out? They were so cheap. So cheap. So what is the problem if I'm buying something at $50? Let's say I buy 2 or buy 3. And you say, okay, I'll sell one, leave the runner. When it pulls back, add another one. Because you know that's the trend. We're going up, pull back, continuation, pull back, continuation, pull back. The first attempt, it always rejects. We know it will try. We already know this. It will try 3 times. So it tried, it created a lower high. This day was to trade puts. Lotos, it has been going up. You're getting a put here. $50, $100 to 1,000. You already have this knowledge. So you are right there telling yourself, I can't trade Tesla. What does that mean? I'm taking questions. It was supposed to be a Q&A. Questions. Okay.
So I have a question about Lily.
Yes.
So this was the first time that I started kind of following it. And I know on Friday you said that there's some big news about it. Yeah, so when I looked at it, I know it reached the 52-week high.
Yes.
So is there anything else that is supposed to happen with it?
So you tell me, when a stock hits a 52-week high, what do you expect?
Right. I need to look at the previous, like post-COVID high, and
No.
maybe expect
No.
that
Here we hit anytime.
I don't
My
know.
goodness, why are you? The answer is right here. Right here. Why do you even have to go back? Lily is creating new all-time high. Which high are you talking about?
Oh, okay, I remember. So it created like 52-week high Friday, I think. Another high, right?
52-week high and all-time high. You need to know the difference so that if a stock is creating
Okay.
all-time high, you have no point of reference. There's nothing to compare with. So we are riding it up as long as wherever it takes us. That's the same case with NVIDIA and AVGO and Lidl. Okay, so there's here it's a 52-week high and it's also an all-time high.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you hit an all-time high, or every time you hit a high, what do you expect?
Pullback.
Pullback. Now, what has been happening? What has it been doing?
Shallow pullback.
This is the daily chart. What has it been doing?
Looks like shallow pullbacks, maybe.
Consolidation.
Consolidation.
Against something, right?
The answer is right there. All the answers you guys have, it's right there on the chart. It has been consolidating ever since it hit this level. From this day, this is when. So from June, actually from when it hit the first time. So it was the 21st or something. Do you look, you can actually draw a line here. And you're seeing it has not been doing anything. It's been consolidating, neither breaking support nor breaking resistance. Now, what does Virginia say about stocks that are consolidating?
They're gonna either break and go up or break and
They'll
go
break.
down.
Right.
Mhm.
So you draw a line at the top and you draw a line at the bottom. You want to see, is it going to break down below or is it going to break out? Now, because I do not have levels to refer to, like we have for Tesla, we have for Netflix, we have for Spotify, because this stock is creating all-time highs. That's why you're using these PBXT levels. So this is telling us if it breaks above these, it can extend all the way to 624. So you can go even to a lower time frame. When a stock is hitting all-time high, you can go even to lower time frame. I don't have a problem with that because I don't know how high it can go. Okay, so we had this move and we've been consolidating. Look at this stock. These are the gold mines. This is where the money is, and you do not want to miss when it breaks out or pull back because it's gonna do it big time. How many days are these? So from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over a week, almost 2 weeks, nothing. A stock that has been going up and up and up and up and up, and then it puts a hold here. Okay, so we talked about consolidation. There are two consolidations. Which one and which one? That you and I from asking the
Accumulation
question.
and distribution.
And the next one, and the right. So either somebody is buying or somebody is selling. When they are done doing that, you will not stop this thing. Okay, so you want to look for stocks because he's gonna give you a big move, and then you'll find someone scalping. Magameni. A stock is consolidating for this long, and then you'll see somebody running away after 2 minutes. Okay.
It looks like it's getting close to touching that 563.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
could be a double top.
So this is a top play. Any stock that has been consolidating for over a week, 6 days, 9 days, 12 days, something big is coming. So either it's accumulation, somebody decided after it went up, I want to load because I want it's going to go up, or somebody is selling, then we get a pullback. Now, when you're getting a pullback, newbie, what is our first target level for the pullback?
535.
Why?
I'm just looking at the fib extension.
What is our first target that we talk about all the time?
50%.
50%.
Oh, from the high. Okay, the fib.
Yeah.
would have
50%. So a stock is accumulating like this.
499.
Yeah, so this is on the 4 hour, 498. On the daily, so if you're using the daily, then it's gonna be this fast, 504, then 463, then 433. But I say use the 4 hour because now that's daily, this is a long gap to fill. It took long to go all the way up. So the pullback might not happen that way. Now, if it's continuing, you have these levels here because it's creating all-time highs. Guys, that's how you find plays. Now, if you already have this knowledge that you need somebody to alert for you, like I'm waiting for an alert for Lily. Will you be waiting for someone to tell you now, buy now, sell now? I want you guys to be independent, to be able to find plays by yourself, to be able to analyze stocks by yourself, to be able to get into plays by yourself. There's a certain joy that comes in with you're not depending on someone. So this is a key play. It is not only a key play next week, it's a key play until we see if it rejects that 563 or if it breaks above it to go higher. If it's going higher, why would you be scalping a stock that has been consolidating for half the month? Any other question? I'll cover accounting days again the last day so that you guys don't ask me too many questions. So ask me any other question.
How
Any
much time
question?
has to pass before it can retest that previous high?
Sorry?
How much time has to pass before it considers a retest of that high? It obviously, like, say if at 9 o'clock in the morning, it can't hit 563, and then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hit 563. So it's got to at least be a day, correct?
So for me, I don't look at it that way. So I've been looking at this Lily. I've even been mentioning look at Lily because it has not retested or broken above this level. It's been consolidating.
Yeah.
So it's right now on Friday. So on Friday, it rejected 560. Okay. So after this pullback, this is the first attempt at the 563. Okay. And I told you guys, the first attempt It always does what?
It's pretty much always going to reject.
Always rejects. Okay. Now, if it's rejecting, what are we looking at?
Puts.
What are the key thing you're looking at after it rejects the first attempt?
Pullback.
The pullback. What are you looking for?
Puts.
No.
In.
No.
High,
the-
low.
You look for higher low. No. Yeah, higher low.
Higher low, and if guys, don't always think that when a stock rejects, you're getting puts, because that's where the problem is. Wait and see when it's pulling back, or you can day trade or whatever. But for me, for when a stock shows a sign of, this was a deep pullback. You might not see it, but this was a deep pullback from not so much deep, but it was, because it came from 563 to 543. So 543, that's about 20 points pullback. After that, you're going back up. When you're going back up, I do not want to write it off and say now I'm getting put. Why? It is approaching 560 or 563 the first time.
And it's only 3 points.
It went to 553. When it pulled back, you want to look, is this a shallow pullback? That way it tells you if this stock is still strong, it wants to go up.
Up.
So this is the problem people did with Netflix. So this is a level, it was not even in question. I do not know why. So somebody was explaining this was a double top. Yes, it is a double top, but we know our stock will try to attempt to break a level up to 3 times. So this one created a double top. But when you're playing a double top and you're seeing when it's going down, it's not even going back to 430. What is it telling you? It didn't even go back to this. It did not go back to the previous pre-market support, 430. And it did not go back to what is our key level. When you're coming down from 435, from 445, what is our key support level? How do you know it has created a higher low? This is a Q&A. I'm expecting A.
Reject 427.
Yeah?
If it rejects 427.
Level?
427.
So it rejected 427. So are you going to be looking at puts or calls? Donna, I hope you're seeing the mistake. You go back 8 days higher. This we hit, so we went up, it came down for higher low because it's higher than 398. Okay, went up 490 is lower than our 427. Pull back. It tried again. It's lower than our 427. But when you look at this, what is higher than this? And it's higher than 411, our key support. So we're going up. We went up. We rejected 435 because we broke 427. We rejected 435. Look at this pullback. Slight, shallow. Even this is not a pullback. It's still high, higher low because it is higher than 427. So we're going up. Broke our 435. Next, it pulled back. It is 430. It's still higher than our 427. We're going to give it another opportunity, or it's created a lower high. It is only 2 times. Why are you in a hurry to get put? Wait. Pull back. It's a higher low because this level, this was 432. It's higher than this. So it's going where? To next level, 445. Like that, it pulled back here. You want to look. Is it above 435? Yes. So where is it going? It's still going up. Guys already bought puts 2 weeks out. Aye. So Donna is asking, if a stock attempts to hit a level for the third time, at what point do we know a rejection or a deep pullback? And it's a rejection or a deep pullback. Higher low, not just enough, since we can get multiple hits. Like higher low is enough. My goodness, what do you mean higher low is not enough? That's it. It's a higher low. It's enough. That's it. We are basing our decision with the fact that it's been creating higher lows for the past 8 days. What else do you want us to look at, Donna? Is Leroy here?
I don't think
Are you
so.
guys getting my point?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It is
This-
creating higher lows, but that's the thing. We want it to create higher lows. What else do we want, Donna? This was the first attempt at 445. When a stock is attempting the first time and it breaks that level, what does it mean? I've repeated this again and again.
When it attempts it the first time, it does a pullback, but then it goes back higher.
So if it's breaking the target level the first time, it means it wants to go higher. It has no time to create lower highs, like Tesla. These are the key things, guys. Trend, identify the trend. When you identify the trend, what are you trading? A pullback or a continuation? Do I know my target levels? Do I know my key levels? When you know your key levels, then you are looking at the stock. Is this the first attempt? Is it the second attempt? Is it the third attempt? Every time it's attempting, when it pulls back, is it creating a higher low on a bullish trend? Is it creating a lower high on a bearish trend? Is it having a shallow pullback or a deep pullback? If it's a shallow pullback, don't even waste time getting in and out. Just buy yourself time. If you have a stock that has not retested the previous high, your goal is to go back to that previous high. It will either hit it and break it, or it's going to reject it and go back down. If it's a bearish trend, it will go down, pull back. If it doesn't go higher, then it means you're going back to break that support and go lower. Even when you're looking at a stock on a lower time frame, even for those people who are trading by minute, if a stock is above 200, you are bullish. You are bullish. So for those people who scalp, you are looking at it hit a higher low. This 432 is higher than 427. So I'm getting a call to 445 because it's not even about 435 now. It's about 445. If it pulled back to those people who are scalping, is it above 432? Yes. Then it's going back up to try this 444. Created a lower high. You're scalping puts. For those people who are scalping, it's the same logic, but you're doing it on a lower time frame. Any other question? Identify trend. I will say this until it's sticking. Identify trend. Mostly, we are trading pullback and continuation. Find stocks that have not retested the previous high because you already know where it's going to. ADB, we knew it's going back to 552. We've all known this since it hit 552. So why are you even bothering it? It's creating higher lows. Just get a call, buy time, and wait.
You said five.
until Netflix go to some level near 495 or any level below it, then we'll have said it has rejected 495, it has created a lower high, so now we are loading on puts. But you loading on puts now is dangerous because it is the first attempt at 445, the first.
Did you say 595 for Adobe?
So it was supposed to go back
My audio is breaking in and out. It's hard to.
retest. The retest was yeah. You don't trust these levels and you're not trading with levels, then I really don't know. Because here would not have been sure. Would have traded this because we know the first time is going to create a lower high. Have it in your mind. The first time is going to create a lower high. So that you know the first time you're not going long, you're going with the flow. When it rejects, it pulls back, you have your confirmation. Why? Because it's telling us I am not going lower below, I'm not going lower than 503. I've created a higher low at 511. So what are you doing now? You're getting your calls, you're setting yourself for the rocket. Go to break this level. 511 to 552, that's 42 points or 40. You're one stop. That's only one stop. You've not even looked at ADB. You've not looked at Netflix. You've not looked. That's just ADB. You've not looked at Netflix. That's just ADB. Yeah, that was a thing about. Let me tell you, Chinese stocks are the best because they too respect those levels. Those levels I keep seeing. Now you guys have FSLR, you have ADB, you have ENPH, you have Baidu, you have Baba, you have PDD, you have Netflix, you have Meta, and you have Nvidia. You have about 10 stocks that I repeat the same level from you guys the time you guys knew about G. Why is it that you guys are not trading these stocks? The same levels. We were talking about it was supposed to go to 163. It created a lower high. It came all the way down to 123. This is a higher low. When you're going back up, what is our first goal? Is AK here? Is the one who trades. What was our first goal going back up? What is the Baidu level? Who knows the Baidu levels?
I want to say
Anyone?
140 because of the fib retracement, but
You want to say what?
140 because of the fib retracement.
There are levels that Virginia tells you, those are the cheat sheets, the secrets, and those levels, they never fail. You will see a stock
I have my
hitting.
list here. Let me pull it up real quick.
It doesn't even care about fib. It will hit that level and go back or whatever. What is it for Baidu? Okay. You have I've counted. So let's just count. We have Netflix, number one, ADB, and Nvidia. Those are 3. Then we have FSLR, ENPH. Those are 5. You have Baidu, Baba, PDD. That's 8. Then Meta, and what is the other one that I see? That's Tesla. You have 10 stocks, and all those 10 stocks are different sectors. You have 10 stocks, you should be singing the levels in your sleep, in your dreams, when you're eating food, you are reciting, when you're telling your friends stories, you keep telling them, you know about this stock, these are the key levels. Until they stick, these stocks will pay you handsomely.
So for Baidu, I show 146 and 155 as resistance 2 and 3.
So the same way I tell you guys about Netflix for 11, for 7, for 35, I have the levels for Tesla, 265, 275, 287. Those are the levels I'm talking about. So for Baidu, 138, 144, 153, 157, or I don't know, 163. Then like that. Baba, 97, 100, 103. It's supposed to go to 120. Baba has not retested this level. Same for Baidu. So this is it rejected 103, we came down. But Baba has not gone back to this level. 121. This level. So this is a stock you should be monitoring because it has not retested the previous high. Okay? And we know it will approach that level so many times. Before we hit 121, we have this in between levels. Okay? So this 102, it didn't even retest this level. It was a lower high. So it came down. When it came down, it's a higher low because it's higher than 82. So it's going back up. FedEx is another one. BNTX, Moderna. I can't even mention all these stocks. You guys should have the levels. Alta, Lulu, the same levels, going up, coming down. Who looked at Lulu post-ER? People don't even look at post-ER. You guys just look at money and just say, I'm not even bothering with money. I don't want money. I'm rich. I don't need money. You guys have become like Shiba.
What you say?
Shiba is full of money. Huh?
You call
Shiba. Yeah, I call you. Did you even look at Lulu on Friday? Post-ER. We discussed this on Sunday. I discussed it on Thursday, pre-market, and on Friday, pre-market. Anyone bothered to look at Lulu? Is there anyone who traded Lulu on Friday? I have how many people here? This is Q&A. 15 people. Anyone who did Lulu on Friday? Nubi, did you look at Lulu on Friday? Nubi, you guys hear me or I'm talking to myself? Donna, did you look at Lulu on Friday, post-ER? Shiba?
I said I didn't. I didn't make my
Did you look at Lulu?
I didn't make my 5,000 by Wednesday, so you took. I don't scalp for it. I didn't play it.
I know you're being naughty. What do you mean?
What? I didn't make 5,000 by
Only
Wednesday.
needed $50 to trade Lulu. So if you didn't make 5,000 by Wednesday, what happened? You're not trading. This was not a swing. I'm talking about post-ER on Friday. I told you guys I'm not swinging because it didn't have any clear direction, but it did give us direction. Post-ER is going up because it created a high low and it broke 394. So this move Friday from 385 or whatever, it went to 407. Post-ER, it had an IV crash, so the contracts were cheap. I speak about the same thing every day about post-ER. Nobody looks at post-ER.
But I was looking at L, thinking it was going to do the same thing in sympathy with Lulu, because I'm afraid of Lulu,
Looking at
but it didn't do that.
even ELF, I forgot the earnings for ELF. Who is speaking?
That was Sukuma Wiki.
Now I know your name. Kano. Is that your name? And I know your face looks like now.
No, my name's
Hmm?
my government name is
Why am I
Jackie.
talking
But
about ELF?
my government
Did I
name is
observe
Jackie,
it?
but I go by Sukuma
Me?
Wiki.
Or Jackie. I forgot this ER for ELF. Look at how it went up. Okay, so it went up. This is a lower high. Came down, pull back, high, low. Then went back up. The same level. There it goes. Okay, you are connected twice. Any questions? This was supposed to be a Q&A. Anything that, and you see, when I keep repeating the same, is this if you go away from the process or what you're supposed to do, you miss these moves, because identify the trend, find stocks that have not hit previous high, find stocks that are reporting earnings, find post-year stocks, the same thing, identify the trend. Is it a pullback? Is it a continuation? Does it have a strong trend? Does it have shallow pullback, weak pullback, or deep pullback? Do I know the key level?
Yeah, Mom.
Hey, Lady V,
No, B. I told you. There are levels I talk about. They have nothing to do with these levels.
okay, so you saw my screenshot there?
I can see the screenshot.
So you're telling me those levels have nothing to do with the other levels?
The key levels I talk about, Nubi, have I ever moved away from the key levels? When you look at these levels with the indicators, they will keep changing. My key levels have never changed. For Netflix, the same thing. 397, 411, 427, 435, 445. Have those levels ever changed?
I don't believe so, no.
Have they ever changed?
I'm gonna say no.
For Baidu, I've been saying again and again, every time Baidu approaches 138 or it has pulled back, trend goes to 138. If it breaks 138, it goes to 144. If it breaks 144, it's going to 153. If it breaks 153, it's going to 157. It's supposed to go to 163. The same levels I talk about is the same levels going down, going up. I don't waver or change. For Tesla, anytime it rejects 265, get pushed to 247. If it breaks 247, 237, you will not see the levels I talk about when you go to these indicators. No B.
Okay, well, it just gets a little confusing for me, at least, when I see them. And if I go to reference them, if I don't have them.
Take oil fish supplements, memorize these levels. If you can't memorize, then stick to the indicators. Use the FIBX.
Fib retracement?
Yes, this one.
Yeah, I think I might go that route.
Use this 4-hour and daily. or you're using the CPR levels. Okay. But these are the levels that have been guiding me all this time. And these are the levels you guys see. The stock hits exactly where Virginia says, and the stock either pulls back or something. You will not find the same exact levels with these indicators. So newbie.
Yes.
I've said this again and again and again. These are Virginia's levels.
These are your own special levels you came up with.
Yes. And I've given you guys for 10 stocks. Those 10 stocks can pay you so well. So well, if you just follow the same key levels. If they are so hard to follow, then use this PHBXT or use the CPR levels. Now, talking about CPR, we've talked about this, we've agreed. Every Monday, you look at the weekly CPR, the stocks with a narrow CPR, those are key plays for that week. Tesla was there. Did Tesla pay handsomely? Yes, going up and coming down.
On the weekly CPR, correct?
Right. When you you guys don't want money.
Question, Virginia.
All this.
It's Edith.
Virginia, I
It's
want
Edith. I
money.
have a question.
Yeah.
So on days like
I don't
when
know
we
why-
have like the CPI or the the Fed stock, I mean the Fed stock all the time, but like what I have noticed is like on days we have like CPI or whatever, the stocks either drop drastically. So would you advise someone to sell and then get back in? Because I tried to do that and I truly lost. So would you advise somebody just to hold and wait for the level, or do you roll over, or do you buy in more, or just sit back and watch?
Who's interested?
You guys need to
Feel free to
understand.
send
You
them
guys
the
have seen me saying, I get pissed when somebody says, don't trade before the Fed that talk. That should not, Fed talking, they talk every day. They are only, if the important days that I care about are CPI, CPI, what is the other one? PPI, and when they're telling us about the interest rates, the FOMC, the day they're saying either they're increasing or lowering. What happens?
Okay.
They create temporary volatility. People will react to the news. The stock will take a break from the trend. Volatility will be high based on what they say. But after they are done, the stock will go back to where it's supposed to go. We've seen days they're telling us so many bad things, but what happens? The market goes up. If that stock was meant to go up, it will go up whether Fed stock or not. So I do not want this thing of don't trade, the Feds are talking today. No. Please don't. You're saying
So,
that and you find a stock is going up 10 points, another one is going up 20 points. This is the thing. If you're holding through volatility, it means you're up. Because if you're trading, that's why, Edith, you remember when we were in my server, we would sometimes take a gamble on those plays. We would buy a call and a put because we're expecting, sometimes we don't know how the market will react. And some days we'll make money and some days we'll not.
Yeah.
If you're holding any contract, just know, especially if you're holding lotos meaning contracts expiring that week, there's a high chance you might lose everything.
Okay.
Okay. But this thing of the stocks talking today, they're talking tomorrow, they talk every day. We don't stop trading because they're talking. We want to hear what they're saying. Sometimes I'm not even bothered by what they're saying. I'm looking at the charts. Oh, Netflix has hit this level, it's a high and low. I'm getting calls. I don't care what the Feds are saying. If you look, the day you are seeing Feds are talking and the market is going down, that was a pullback that was meant to happen.
All right, thanks.
So if you're trading and holding your contracts, just know you might be affected by that volatility. It is supposed to happen because everybody is waiting to see what are they saying, but the market will adjust to where it's supposed to go after that temporary volatility is done. So you
All
can either
right.
Yeah, there's a website out there that tells you, like, they pretty much know if there's going to be an interest rate hike or not ahead of time, and pretty much everything is, Wall Street usually prices everything in. Once in a blue moon, they might get surprised, but usually everything's priced in ahead of time. Would you agree with that?
I mean, if you want to follow those, it's okay. For me, sometimes I'm like, what are people even discussing about these Feds they're talking? Sometimes they've gone for some meetings. Of course, they're expected to talk. But because you and me and everybody else is expecting major move in the market, you're leaving everything, your life, everything. You're waiting to see what Jerome is going to say. And when you're waiting, something else is trending up or trending down, which you are supposed to be trading. But because you have that fear, you stop everything. The market doesn't wait for anyone. The trends are there. We know the trend.
Even in the COVID breakdown, you had stocks going up.
Yes. We have stocks going up. Even on a red day, we have stocks going up. Because maybe it was their day 5.
You know, that's obviously the reason Moderna's been going up.
Okay.
That's obviously the reason Moderna's been going up. I hear a lot of rumors of more lockdowns coming because of a new strain of COVID and yada yada, but I don't think as many people that got boosters and vaccines before might get them this time. So I'm just,
I've gotten COVID twice, and I got the vaccine and everything. Whatever is out there will happen. The market will still continue. And when you hear such rumors, you start looking at these biotech stocks. You are opportunists. You guys, you find those opportunities. But if you let people scare you, then you'll stay away and say, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm waiting. What are you waiting for?
Janet Yellen.
Any other question? What did I do? We may not be done with these diseases. They'll come up with another one. So any question?
This might be for the whole class.
Huh?
I was just gonna ask the whole class if anyone has the Virginia levels for the 10 key stocks. Because those
What
are
are the key levels for ZES? We don't have a lot of many stocks reporting earnings, but ZES is one of them. What are the key levels for ZES?
Turn on the indicator.
So this one is reporting, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday. We know it has not gone back to 164. So it hit 164, it had a deep pullback. In this level, this was in May 162, then it slightly broke it to 164 here and here. So we had a triple top, and then we have this deep pullback. Okay. From 164 came down to 130 or something, 131 or something. So it broke this support. Okay. So it looks like, I know Leroy allowed this so that even before it hit 157, the key level is 157. So before you can hit 157, all you guys were running away from ZS. So 139, it was going to 157. That's about, it went to 150. So that's about 20 points. In a play that is promising you 20 points, you're leaving here even before it gets started. Okay, so this was it's a pre-ER move, reporting earnings on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday. And I usually forget stocks on Tuesday. Monday is a holiday, so this is reporting Tuesday. The market move. Yeah. So this is the weekly chart. Those COVID levels. We are not even, is it 50%? Is this 50%? We didn't go all the way to this level. Okay. The came from might not be the correct one. This is why you will need to do the math. Because this one was coming from extension level, not coming from here. So you need to do the math. Who has a calculator? 376 minus, we broke this one to 25. 376 minus minus 84.
It's roughly $250.
So 376 minus 84.
Oh, 376 minus 84,
Yeah.
290-ish.
It's 292.
92 divided by 2.
Yes, 292.
So then divide that by 2 would be 146. Right? I'm just going off the top of my head, and I haven't had my fish oil yet today.
So 146 plus 84 is 230. So it's so far away from hitting the 50% retracement level, which is 230. So the highest it has gone is 164. So it still has room. If it breaks, it still has room to go. So these are the stocks you want to look for, the ones that have not hit 50%. But we know this is a slow stock. Tech stocks, the past 2 quarters, they've not been performing too well when it comes to ER. Okay. So we still have room to go to 230.
And
Okay,
the
it does not hit
supply
50%.
plus demand zone is a pretty good.
So you want ZS on your watch. I was supposed to be here to do Q&A. You guys want me to talk about levels. Ah. Any other question? I know ZS, AI. AI updated 48. It came down. Where it came from 16 all the way to 48, then came down. Still created a high low. So is it going back to 48? Is it gonna go lower? I know it's a small ATR, but So COVID, let's look at COVID level. Actually, this was 2020. That's when they IPO'd. So it went to 183 and then dropped
Without
all the way
overcomplicating.
down. This one still not even close to 50%. Let's not watch. If it heads to 50%, can go all the way to 90 or something. I don't think we have so many. Yeah. I don't think we have so many stocks reporting earnings this because it's a short week.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If you were going to dumb this down to the most basic thing, what indicators would you use? Meaning, would you recommend the fib retracement with the CPR levels and say the higher highs and higher lows? Like if you were going to do just the basic chart and say like, this is the easiest way for somebody that's struggling with everything, would you recommend like the CPR with the fib levels and the higher highs, higher low indicators? Or can you think of something else? Or
You're asking me about indicators. Then it means all this what I'm doing here is
I'm just saying, if you were going to dumb it down for someone who didn't have their fish oil today, and you wanted to just go ahead.
For me it's not about indicators, it's about getting the concept. And what is the concept that we're talking about? What is the first thing we look for?
Know the trend.
When you know the trend, do indicators even matter when it comes to knowing the trend? All this time I usually talk. Do I even
Well,
the
you
only
To an
indicator I keep
extent, because you know where resistance and support might be and everything.
is maybe the FIBXT. That's all you need. Not the previous, identify the trend. When you identify the trend, you're looking back. Are we coming from this level? So anytime it pulls back, am I creating a higher low or a lower high? Is this the first attempt, the second attempt, or the third attempt?
Yep.
What are my key levels? Those are the things you need. All these indicators. Turn them off and only leave this one for levels. You guys, most of the time we're looking at the chart. Am I even talking about indicators? We're just talking about levels.
Well, it
No,
seems like
if you
every class was a new indicator that we would use on our charts. And we would go over that indicator. But again, I was just wondering for people out there struggling, what the easiest way to find success would be. Like, and I think, like we're saying, with the fib levels, the CPR, and obviously you got to know the trend. I understand all that stuff, but I'm saying as far as what indicators you would put on the chart, obviously you want to put the counting days thing down because that's going to confuse people that aren't really into it. But I think if you just put the fib levels with the CPR and the higher high, higher low indicators, and not put all these different things all over the chart, then it might be best for them to just focus on like 3 indicators on their screen that help them. I understand first thing is always identify the trend and all that.
No. When I'm looking at my charts, how many indicators do I usually have on?
Not a lot most of the time. You usually have the higher high, higher low. For some reason, you've had the EMA 200 on this whole time. That's not normal.
Because this,
I was afraid you were
because
gonna have us start counting days
when,
again.
when I'm
Go ahead. I can't hear you.
when I count days here, because I showed you guys how to count days using the 200. Nubi,
Yes.
if you move away from wanting something to help you to using the strategy and the knowledge you have, to just look at the chart without any indicator and you can tell this stock is going down or this stock is going up. Which one would you rather have? So from this day, when we hit 495, we knew where are we going. We knew it has hit the top, we're going back down. So the
Back
first
down.
goal you're doing is getting the 50%. If it breaks 50%, you're going back to your key levels. So if Virginia level was so hard, use the feed levels. If it rejects, you're looking for three things: rejection, retest, break. If it rejects going lower, so here it hit 411, which is a previous support level. Just go back to the chart and see. It's a previous support level. This is why it's a key level, 411. This, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't use, I'm only using this indicator to show me. But you could even have drawn a line to see that's 411. When it was going back down, you would have seen it has gone back to 411. Okay, so you have the 411. You know the next level was what? Let's say, but if you, the next support here, this support level, even if you're using the previous high, so this previous support level is 389. So when it came to 411, it went back up 445, tried to break it the first time, did it the second, the third time. You're getting put, you're holding to 411. You've drawn your line to 389. It didn't go to 389. In your head, you already know if it's not going to my support level, it has placed a higher low. It's going back up. Without any indicator, newbie, you can, and that's why I tell you guys, draw the lines. They will work better for you even more than indicators. Draw your line at 411. Draw your line at this 445.
Support and resistance.
Yes. Because anytime this stock goes to these key levels, something has to happen. It's not, you guys, I post my charts and you guys I have lines. I know the levels of it, but I still draw the lines. Because I want to have that visual and reminder all the time. And I want to see, when it's approaching this level, what does it do? If it's rejecting, I know I'm getting a call. If it doesn't touch my line, I'm getting a call. If it doesn't touch my line at the top, I'm getting a put. It has nothing to do with this. All these indicators, if you watch them, they keep changing. The levels keep changing. But the levels I talked to you guys about, it has never changed. The same levels. I cannot tell you specifically how many indicators. I just need to come and open a chart and I can, first thing I do, identify the trend. Is it creating higher lows and higher highs? Is it creating lower highs and lower lows? After that, I'm looking. Am I trading a pullback? Is it giving me enough points? Which are my key levels? If it's not hitting this, if it's rejecting this, I'm drawing a line here. On this pullback, when it didn't go to 398, it's a higher low. Automatically, that's what it goes in your head, that's what you see. It's a higher low. Do I need an indicator to tell me this is a higher low?
Nope.
No. So, Nubi, move away from that. You've been fixated on it for every time you ask me indicator. Indicators are there to help us. But when you master all these things that the chart is telling you, the level is telling you, you will not even need indicators.
I could definitely look at a chart and tell a higher high and a higher low without the indicators and the the, whether it's bullish or bearish, etc. I would definitely have to memorize the levels in my head.
Right,
But
draw a line. When a
it's
stock hits a high, draw a line there. When it
I
hits
like the
support here,
indicators.
draw a line. So that when it's coming back down again, if it does not touch your support, you know it wants to go up. It's rejecting. So you're looking for rejection retest. So if you had drawn your line here, when it was coming down, you would have seen, oh, it's not going to 398. It has created a higher low, so it's going back up. When it's going back, you draw your line here, oh, it broke 435. It's going up. You have your line here at 445. Oh, it broke 435, it's going to 445.
I like the indicators for the confirmation and making you feel more secure in taking that position.
If that works for you, then stick to that maybe.
So you're saying when you look at a trade and you do one on your own, you don't use any indicators?
See me and my lines all over the charts. Those are my indicators.
Gotcha.
And the level I hit, I don't need anything else. I just need to see how many times has it attempted that level? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? Is it creating a higher low? Yes, no. I don't need all these indicators. I'm giving you guys these indicators to help you. But if you're so fixated on it, then you miss the point. But if it's helping you, there's
I think, like I
the
said, like
indicators that are helping you. You don't need to have all of them.
there's definitely indicators that help me and some that confuse me. So I should obviously use the ones that help me. I don't need 20 different lines all over my, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah, when I'm
I have to tinker
CPR, I
with
want on
mine
Monday,
and
I'm
see
looking
what
for the
works
stocks with
best for
narrow
me.
CPR, wide CPR. I'm going on Monday evening. I'm going through charts. I'm looking for the stocks with the CPR levels, the ones with the narrow CPR,
Narrow
the ones
CPR
that are
is a
not
great thing.
CPR. You see?
Yeah.
So I have my plays there.
And obviously looking for narrow
For one,
range
1,
or
2, 3,
consolidation.
yeah. Say that again. I think you're telling me that it's stable. I don't know why. You keep breaking up.
Yeah, the audio seems kind of messed up. Most of the class, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I was just trying to clarify for myself, and I think some others also in the class might be having a similar issue just from talking to them, as far as putting too much information with the indicators on their charts. So I was just trying to say, like, if you're going to bare bones it,
have a checklist that you're using to find plays and to tell you about entries and exits. It has nothing to do with indicators. What is the trend? Is it on a pullback or is it on a continuation? What are the key levels? Write them down. Has it rejected the key level? Has it gone to the key level? How many times has it attempted this key level? Nothing to do with indicator.
what is the best way you decide when to enter a trade? You wait for the pullback?
Just not dropping on Friday. It was a pullback. Why do I look at Tesla dropping 20 points and I say I'm waiting?
Well, yeah, that's
If
because
you know the stock with the key levels, newbie, this is when you know when to trade and when to stay. If Netflix is pulling back and is pulling going from 445 to 427 to 411 to 397, if I see all those points, will I stay and say I'm not trading a pullback? All this thing goes down to levels and preparing. If a stock is pulling back, these are the levels I'm watching for.
Yeah, I think that's something else I need to work on is the night before I need to go into the next day with my game plan and exactly what I'm looking at.
Will be every Sunday, come up with a watch list. Every Sunday, every Monday, if you're using CPR, let it like give you plays for the week.
Yep. And Finviz is the best spot also for the overbought.
Pre-ER, post-ER, it's giving you plays. If it's finding plays, I've given you guys all the tools to help you find plays. Pre-ER, post-ER, CPR, stocks that have hit 52-week high or 52-week low or all-time high. You have plays there. You can't even finish all of them in a week. But the problem is if you're focusing on lower time frame, you miss the bigger picture. So who's gonna count for us? We want to know the D-Day next week. Who wants to come? I'm sorry, I don't know why my network just keeps breaking. Or sometimes I don't even know what's happening in this house. But they're digging stuff in this, it's digging things. So I don't know if it's how to do that. I don't. But it's telling me unstable network. I'll need to call them and find out. Sorry, today we had a good plan, but it didn't start the way we expected. Okay. Who's going to tell us?
The
Edith.
spot.
So Tuesday was our fourth day. Who remembers on Saturday when we were counting? Tuesday was meant to be day 5 or day 2 or whatever day. It was Tuesday. Tuesday was day. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, Tuesday. Now, if day 5 you see it's a bullish trend, you can hold runners into day 6. Okay. It's day 5, day 6, day 1, day 2. We didn't get any major pullback, bullish pullback, day 2. Then day 3 was our pullback. Now, day 3 is usually pullback. After the pullback on day 3, what are we watching for? What are the key things we're watching for day 3 when we are pulling back? You guys need to start seeing this and reminding yourself and telling yourself until you get used to it. So on day 3, what are we looking for?
If there is if it starts to be, hold on. If you see day 3 bearish pullback, then you get calls and hold to day 5. Day 3, right?
Donna, we had a meeting today. You need to give me the correct answer because we talked about it. So you need to give me the correct answer. What are we looking for on day 3? after the pullback, what are the two things you're looking for? We just talked about it and we're gonna talk about it and we keep reminding ourselves every day, every day. On day
If it-
three,
Yeah,
So
if it,
day three,
Donna, let me allow somebody else to answer. Who is speaking?
Mama Dugu.
So what are
So
the two things you're looking for?
So on day three, is either a pullback or if bullish, it's gonna be a bullish pullback. If it's bearish, it's gonna be a bearish continuation.
We're looking, let me try. I'll try also. We're looking to see if it's a higher low or lower high, depending on which side, we're looking at SPY, depending
The
on
pullback is, yeah,
what side the pullback is. And then we also
Right.
look to see if it's a strong one or a weak one. I'm not sure.
correct.
I think so.
Guys, there is no complication. If it's pulling back, you need to look what was the previous support. If it's pulling back and creating a higher low, then it means the trend is still strong. It wants to go back up. If it's pulling back and it's a shallow pullback, then it means the trend is strong. You're looking for if it's creating a high low for a bullish trend, or the pullback is a bearish trend if it's creating a lower high. The next thing, if it's a shallow pullback, then it means this thing stock still wants to go higher. This is when you decide to get a call, you're swinging, or you're getting a put, you're swinging. The pullback, is it creating a higher low? And is the pullback shallow or deep? Those two things on the day of the pullback, those are the two things you're looking at, please. It's so easy to remember. Shallow, deep. When it pulls back, is it a higher low? You must have a point of reference. So what is the previous support? Either you're looking at the pre-market support, the previous day support, or the previous support level after a pullback. Now look at SPY. Shallow, shallow, shallow. Barely pull. It's a barely any pullbacks. Now, when you're doing this, does your evaluation have anything to do with the feds? Do the feds come in here? No, they don't matter. You're doing your analysis. This trend is still strong. So even if the feds are talking on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, you already know we are going up.
Unless for some reason something came out and they were extremely hawkish on something, but yes. And if they were hawkish, it would probably just drop down for like 35 minutes and then pop right back up.
What they say these people do, they bring temporary volatility. Temporarily. So if that day that stock was meant to go up, just know it's going to go up, whether the Fed saying zero or they increase the interest rate or whatever.
Yeah, with
These
the
guys
stock,
say-
yeah, but you're looking at the SPY right now, so that's why I'm
You guys need to block out all this noise. Focus your energy and time on doing analysis. You will not even care what the Feds are doing. Sometimes I don't even care about what they are saying. Now, if if you have a change of trend on day 6, because you know day 6 is a change of trend. If the trend is not changing on day 6, then it means if we are having a pullback, or the trend was bullish, and on day 6 you're expecting a change of trend, and you see the pullback is so shallow, or the trend is not changing, then it means we're still going up. Now, if you're going up on day 5 and on day 6, then you're getting some slight pullback on day 1, day 2, day 3, or wherever. All you're looking at is, are we consolidating or are we creating higher lows for a bullish trend? If that is happening, then it means a major breakout is taken on the next. You're gonna go higher and higher. The strength of a trend is very important. You need to know if this trend is strong or weak. Okay. Now, something else I know I don't talk about it, but if you see a stock is reporting earnings and it's falling on day 5, day 2, just try and paper trade. Get a call and see. There's no way you're gonna know these things if you're not even trying to paper trade. How are you gonna see them? We talked about psychology. We know what is gonna happen. We already knew on Tuesday something was gonna happen, but still not Tuesday. People didn't make money.
No, I think what we did is now what is it? I mean, just
Thinking it was gonna happen. Well, you guys forget after the Sunday class, you go about your business and forget. Miss Virginia doesn't know what she's talking about. This was a whole day going up into the following day. So if you're not taking advantage of such days and all this knowledge to make the money, you're not filling in the psychology. All this knowledge is not making you money. Either I'm failing or you are failing. Sawa.
I have a
Sawa.
silly question. What are the settings on your canvas right there?
Yeah. On mine?
Yeah. Like I
My
like
what?
on your canvas.
On mine?
Yeah. Isn't that what they call the main screen right there where it says spy and all that? And
You're
you have
picking out.
He means on the canvas on your background that it has the black and the green and the gray.
Hey, Rudy, set your charts. I had a session with you and I set your charts. I didn't do this for you. I did.
the canvas, no.
My background is black because when it's white, I can barely see. So I have it solid here, and then I remove the lines, and that's a watermark. Or what are you asking? I did set your charts.
Like how do you have the green and red bars there?
The what?
Actually, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Just ask her, what's the green, and that's the pre-market and the after hours. This is pre-market and after hours, and then this is market hours.
Yep.
This one is the same. You go to chart settings and make your charts the way you want
Yeah,
them to look like.
I'll figure it out. I'll get in there.
Yeah, pre and post market hours background. These are the colors. So you have to you always have to have extended trading.
I got that on, but I just have like the same color for everything, so it looks kind of weird.
You have to see the difference between after hours and after hours and pre-market.
Okay, yeah.
If there are no questions, I apologize. This didn't go as we planned, but I hope I've helped you guys a bit more. And because I'm not in I'm not in EWR server, uh, Zoom. If you need one-on-one, just get in touch with me. You'll spend 4 hours. I do two different sessions. We do 4 hours. We split it 4 hours, not the same day. And we go through many more and clarify most of these things. For those who have done these things, they know just have them, or you have access to me, your questions are whatever. But utilize the videos we did in July and August. Just go back and listen to them, take notes, go to the charts, look at them. And you guys have seen, my language doesn't change. It's all about levels. Levels. Have at least 5 stocks that you can see the levels without any problem. Have at least 2 stocks that the ATR is 10 above or 20 and above, because you want to have stocks that can make you money. You don't want to have a stock with ATR of 3 or 5, and then you're there busy trying to scalp it or swing it, and then you say, oh, it didn't go my way. I know there's a problem with my internet, Shiba. I don't know what to do about it. I have to call them. So that's why I want to come to an end, because it seems we're having trouble. Everyone is telling me that.
Do you have an Ethernet cable running right into your laptop, or do you use Wi-Fi right
No,
now?
it's a router to my. We have a router. It's not going to my laptop. It's a Wi-Fi router.
If you have an Ethernet cable, sometimes it gives like a steadier connection, but
Oh,
do you
really?
have a speed tester?
I don't think so.
It's like a free app you could download on your laptop, and it'll just tell you like your internet speeds. And then
Okay, you will hear me. I am not the best in tech. I'm very
see, I can help you out with
tech
that.
savvy. And then you'll tell me, you help me with that, and I help you with levels.
And then I'll ask you about indicators.
If you have Xfinity have an app. If you have Xfinity has an app.
Yeah, most of the cable companies will have
Help you
an
with
app
that.
to download.
When you live in these small towns, you only have very few service providers.
I am.
So I use Spectrum.
I'm basically in the middle of nowhere here, but yeah. We only got like one option for everything.
Oh, Shiba, you're an engineer. You should be helping me with this. Why do you have access to me and you're not helping me?
She keeps asking
So
me
you
about
have
Apple.
you have to tell me what to get to have my life easier.
Because you don't listen to me.
It's telling me my internet is unstable. I don't know why.
Where is your router?
Nubi and Shiba, you guys have to tell me what I need to do.
We will definitely do that.
You
I have
would.
levels in my head, but when it comes to tech things, I get a headache.
Yeah. I'll send you a DM.
Yeah. Shortfalls.
I'll send you a DM.
And mind you, I worked in a technology company for 7 years, but I still didn't want to do those tech things.
Professor V.
Huh?
Are you recording this or somebody else is recording it?
I said I'm not gonna record on my end, so I don't know if you're recording.
It says it's been recording.
Yeah, I
Somebody is recording. They can share their recording.
okay.
I have too many trainings that I didn't want to delete before the people have the time to download.
But I'll shoot you a DM about the internet stuff and we'll figure it out.
All right, thank you.
Number one, get a better computer.
She just got a new
You know,
computer.
I'm a cheap person. I can't imagine spending $1,000+ to buy a computer. My goodness.
But you make
I spent money on
$1,000 in
buy-
5 seconds.
to buy some lottos.
But
You guys
gotta
should know
have-
where I come from.
But you gotta
If
have
Edith understands that I'm a Kikuyu by blood, I'm cheap.
Kenya. You gotta have the correct space on your computer, otherwise you're gonna keep running into these issues. 8 gigs are not enough. You need at least 16.
Mhm.
Okay, I have to really convince myself why I should spend $1,000+.
There's sale now for Labor Day. You may not spend so much.
Maybe I need to do a few lottos and then I'm like, okay, I don't get buy that.
I
actually need a good
Virginia,
yes.
you want to say you still haven't bought a computer?
I have a new computer. I just didn't buy the gaming one they were telling me, which is
You don't need a gaming one with a fancy GPU.
$300.
Yeah,
Is a fancy one? Oh yeah, that's what I was telling Shiba. Just maybe I need to buy a CPU.
Yeah,
You
it doesn't
definitely
have to
want
be
to get a
gaming. You
GPU.
have to make sure you have enough space because it's
Yeah, desktop.
gonna operate correctly.
And you want solid state drive internal.
SSD drive.
I fell in.
But I can walk you through all that. That's one of my specialties, all that type of stuff.
Newbie, that's your task. Take care of her.
I got her.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me, but tell me something that I'm not gonna spend 1,000. I don't think I can get myself to buy. Not that I don't have the money, it's just I'm cheap. I'm so cheap.
If you just bought a new
I don't have to
computer,
take care of myself. I bought a one. It was about
we'll go
$600.
through all that. And the computer you have should be fine. It's obviously something going on with your Wi-Fi right now that's not helping anything. So
Yeah,
we'll start there and go from there.
I need to call them. You need to tell me about that, those Ethernet and whatever or whatever I need to do. Because most of the time I'm doing this analysis on my tablet. I don't even sit down on my desk. That's why I don't want to spend that much money because I'm barely on my desk. I'm chasing my daughter and I have my phone and my tablet in my hand.
When newbie go take care of you,
My
sometimes it's
feet,
not that. You probably need to clean it up. Like you probably got upgrades or updates that's needed and clean out your history and all that. Newbie, take care of it.
Yeah, and computers come with so many programs you don't even need, like self-install and stuff like that, pre-installed. But we will go through all that.
okay.
But it sounds like you need a nap.
I need a nap. I've been up 4:30 the past I don't know how many days. But I know I'm not gonna do the training, but I'm gonna focus on bringing plays out there in my channel so that we make this money. Yeah.
I couldn't understand what you said, but I heard make
I'm
money.
saying-
Yes.
I'm saying this time we're taking a break from studying. We'll focus on making money.
Yeah,
And you'll see
I'm going
I'll
through and
be
rewatching the
looking for
videos again.
yeah, I'll be looking for cheap plays in my channel.
I just need one good play and then I'm straight.
Okay, guys, let me go. Let me go and whoever recorded, please share.
All right,
Yeah.
Virginia, I'll reach out to you
Maybe
later about the
aftermarket
computer
movement.
stuff.
Richard, pre-market and after hours information is very important. Most stocks report
Oh.
earnings after hours or pre-market. So there's no way you can ignore the data of stocks or the movement after hours and pre-market. You have to look at it. It's very important.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up because there is one question I have.
Yeah.
You say to keep watch of higher highs and higher lows and all that in pre-market. But a
It
lot of
includes
times, especially on
pre-market and that.
a lot of times on the higher price stocks, it's on
Yeah.
such little volume that it's still okay to trust it.
It's not about volume, newbie. It's about the level.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not about volume. You want to know what is the pre-market low or what is the pre-market high. Nothing about the volume.
I forget what stock it was. I was looking at some stock last week and it had like 250 volume going into the
Even
nine.
without volume, it is telling us it's a higher low or a lower high.
Okay.
That's the information we want.
When I was going through the video and that came up, that question just popped in my head about the volume because
The volume is about, it's about markets during market hours. Pre-market volume, what we can't do anything about it. It's pre-market or after hours. There's nothing we can do about it. Not so many people trade, or you will see a lot of unusual purchases. These big companies, they're either buying or selling after the market is closed. So you want to know what levels were hit pre-market or after hours, because we have stocks that release news pre-market or release news after hours, or we have stocks that have been upgraded and they run up or they've been downgraded. It's very important. You cannot ignore 9 hours of data. It is 9 hours. Pre-market and after hours, it's more hours than trading hours. Okay, so it's very important. That's why I talk about pre-market high or pre-market low, or after reporting earnings, they've gone to this high or this low because it happened after market was closed. So it's not about the volume; it's about the level.
okay, well that answers that. Thank you.
All right, guys. Sorry about. I apologize. I had the credentials, but because they changed the credentials, I could not log in. So, and Chuck and China said they were doing a run, so they didn't see. I apologize for that, but I hope I've helped someone today to make some things more clear.
And everyone get your fish oil.
Yeah, go take 1 fish oil every day. You'll start memorizing these things. And give your kids fish oil so that you start training them about stocks when they're young. Okay.
The best
Let
way
me
for
go
me to
ahead.
learn is try to explain it to someone else.
Hmm?
If that makes sense, like the best way for me to actually learn is to try to explain it to someone else.
Right. That's why I put you guys in groups so that you have each other to talk to, and you don't just wait for one person to speak. No, you're sharing, you're challenging each other. It's a really nice way to learn this. Learn anything when you have somebody to talk to.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll shoot you a message in a little while with the whole internet stuff and we'll go from there.
Okay. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Right.
Take it easy.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.